Welcome back to Daytime, everybody. It is my pleasure to welcome back on the Daytime Kitchen set Shannon Kadlovski. She's a registered nutritionist, healthy lifestyle specialist, and most importantly, good friend of mine. And the reason I am so slim and silky smooth now, Shannon, we will talk about that briefly. Actually, I want to start with that because I came to you and I said, listen, I'm putting on the pounds, the LBSs, and I need to change the way that I eat. So we sort of came together and you created a meal plan, which is very similar to some of the things we're doing today, right? Go.
Well, we're going to make a quinoa salad. It's all vegetarian stuff that we're doing today. So we're going to do a quinoa salad, and then we're going to do veggie wraps with tempeh, which is a fermented soybean.
Okay, so for people at home who know about quinoa but don't know about quinoa, what is the significance of it? So
quinoa is a whole grain. It's also a really good source of protein for us, and it's going to help to keep our blood sugar stable, keep us feeling fuller throughout the day. So it's something that you'd want to incorporate into your day. It's also high in fiber, so it's something it's really, really good for us.
You have to be prepared to take that much fiber in, though.
I mean, if you're not used to it, it might take a little getting used to, especially with all the veggies, but you'll get used to it,
Okay, so what do we do? We made the quinoa already.
Yeah, we made the quinoa already. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to boil up about a cup of quinoa in 2 cups of water. You're going to cook it up for about 10 minutes on the stove. You're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes to fluff up, and then your quinoa is ready, and you can eat it hot or cold. We're going to have it cold.
I do mine with 1 cup of chicken broth, though, right?
Yeah, you can do that if it's like a low-sodium organic chicken broth. That's fine. Or 2 cups of water.
Read the labels, because some of them are higher in salt.
Exactly.
As we learned.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then we're going to cut up our favorite vegetables. As you can see, I have tons, so I couldn't choose. So it'll be up to you to sort of put in whatever you want. I've chosen some,
peppers,
colorful peppers,
All of them?
You can toss all of them in,
In.
So you toss in some peppers, you toss in, we have some grated carrots here.
Let me just check that out.
Yeah, we have some also, good,
it is
works.
Good. We like that.
Yeah. We have some chopped celery. And the more colorful, the better, because it's a salad and it's springtime, and it's appetizing to sort of have all those fresh colors in there.
Just burn more calories than I took in by eating the celery.
Exactly.
It's all water.
Yeah. The next thing we're going to add in is some cherry tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are really good for us. They're a good source of antioxidant as well. So toss those in.
Not as many as these.
Not as many of those?
No.
Okay. Well,
only about half.
In my salad, maybe not in yours. Then we're going to toss in some raw beets. Beets, just do it. Taste it. Beets are really sweet and they're really crunchy, so they give it a nice crunch.
Just a small one in here.
And they're really, really good for us. They're really good at detoxifying our body and cleansing out our liver. So, yeah, they're good.
Actually, I'll do the whole thing on that. All right.
Okay, there you go. All it takes is one try.
Now, wait, hold on a second. The beets make you more regular as well, right?
Yeah, they're a good source of fiber as well. Yeah, definitely. And then we're going to add in some kale and parsley chopped.
Big fan of the kale.
Yeah, so kale and parsley chopped, as much or as little as you want. Toss it in. Maybe not as good on its own. Toss it in the salad. You're going to like it.
It has that kale has a very specific flavor to it, right?
It's very, it's earthy. It's earthy, but it's very good for us.
Earthy.
It's earthy.
Yeah.
And then we're going to toss in some chopped green onion, or you can toss in some purple onion, whatever you like. I like the green onions.
I like the green too because it makes me feel like I'm eating healthy.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then the other thing we're going to toss in is some chickpeas.
Go on.
And we're using chickpeas, because they give us that added protein as well and that added fiber. If you're buying canned chickpeas, you want to be careful that you want to buy them in BPA-free cans and not with added sodium.
Okay, so how do I know it's a BPA can? How do I know
it'll say BPA-free or does not contain BPA. Eden Organic makes a really good brand. Some of the organic brands are much better because they use kombu to sort of give it that salty flavor instead of added salt. So you're not getting tons of added salt.
Good.
Yeah.
Done.
The last thing we're going to add in is just some homemade dressing, balsamic, vinegar, olive oil, fresh squeezed lemon, and it's done.
Just go and go?
Yeah, just go and go as
much. Legit? Yeah.
Yeah, just go and go. About a half a lemon usually, and some olive oil and some balsamic vinegar, and that's the whole thing.
30 seconds. You have a brand new ebook. We'll talk about more when we come back, but where do people go for more information about the ebook?
Go to my website at shannonkadlovski.com and you can pre-order the ebook. It'll have all of these recipes and obviously a lot more, so you can check it out on the website.
All right, guys. We'll be right back with more Daytime. Don't go anywhere. We're going to make what next?
We're going to make veggie wraps.
Beautiful. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are still in the Daytime Kitchen with Shannon Kadlovski, registered nutritionist and healthy lifestyle specialist. All right, Kazi, so catch me up. So we've done the salad.
Yes.
Now we're making wraps. But before we go there, ebook, available now on shannonkadlovski.com.
Yes.
What does it cover?
It covers, there's over 25 recipes. They're sort of salad and side dish recipes to go with your favorite summer barbecue or summer meal. And it's a cute recipe ebook, so you can pre-order now. It'll be available in May.
Cute recipe ebook.
Cute recipe ebook.
Good. These are all in it. We're doing rice wraps now?
We're doing rice paper veggie wraps. Again, so most of the stuff in that ebook is vegetarian or vegan friendly. Which
is very good for you. You still have to get your proteins, but you know, I need to cut some of that.
Well, that's what we're dealing with, right? So we're getting the veggies, but we're also making sure to get our protein. So in that case was the quinoa and the chickpeas, and in this case, we're making tempeh.
Tempeh.
So tempeh, yeah, is a
starts looking like this.
It starts looking like that, which I know might be a little off-putting, but
it's a block.
Okay. So what we do is we marinate it in a delicious sauce. We marinate it in a Bragg's or a tamari sauce with some olive oil and some orange juice.
Which I use every day in my lunch.
Yeah, it's great. And you can add some onion and garlic as well, so it gives it a really nice flavor. You would bake the tempeh for about 30 minutes in the oven with your marinade on top. And you know, you can cut it into strips like this and use it in your rice paper veggie wraps.
And it takes on a soy sauce flavor from that.
It is. It's a soy sauce, but it has no preservatives and no wheat. So it's great. Yeah. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to get our rice paper wraps, and you want to soak it into warm water for about 5-10 seconds or so. You want to always make sure that it's moist. Then I like to add a little bit of quinoa. So the leftover quinoa from our salad, I use now in the wrap. Okay. So we're going to add a little bit of quinoa to our wrap, and then we're going to add, I like to add the tempeh to it. So we're going to add a little bit of tempeh to it. And then we're going to add, again, our favorite veggies. And so for these wraps, I like to cut them sort of into strips like this. Some cucumbers, some carrots, some peppers. Really, it's whatever you like.
Very colorful.
Yeah, very colorful again, and they're kind of fun to make. And you know, you can toss in some kale, some bean sprouts, and they're so quick and easy. You just.
So what are you getting with this? Like, let's say I make one of these wraps. How, am I covering a lot of my daily intake?
Well, you'd probably have a few of these, or you can have them as sort of like a side or an appetizer.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you're getting your quinoa in there, you're getting your tempeh in there, which is again your good source of protein. You're getting your veggies, and then we use that. Hang on, don't eat it yet, because you're going to dip it into a homemade dipping sauce. Normally, you would dip these into sort of like a peanut sauce, but because I'm completely nut-free, we've done a sunflower seed sauce. So a little bit of honey. So we're going to put all this into sort of like a mini or a regular-sized blender. Some sunflower seed butter. Yeah, some sunflower seed butter, about 1/4 cup or 1/2 cup of sunflower seed butter, depending on how much you're making.
Put that honey.
And then we're going to use, again, that tamari sauce. So it gives it a little bit of, this is sort of like a sweet and salty type of sauce. A little bit of water, and about 1/2 of a fresh lime. And yeah, you're going to toss that all into your blender, and you're going to make your dipping sauce for your wrap. And that's pretty much it. So you
make sure that's on there right, because I don't know how to use that thing.
I will work that for you. And then I've also made a Dijon. Okay, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, I've also made a Dijon mustard sauce, and so this one's also super easy. It's made with Dijon mustard, a little bit of honey as well, some flax oil.
And what else?
And some lemon.
Okay.
So depending on where your tastes lie, whether you like sort of the more mustardy sauce or the more sweet sauce. Here, try this one. Try this one.
Oh, that one's already pre-made?
Yeah, this one's all pre-made.
Because that might be dangerous eating that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You made it. So and that's it. It's so quick and easy, and you could put anything you wanted into these wraps. And that's all there is to it.
It's actually really good.
Right? It's really, really good. And if you made, you know, maybe 4 or 5 of those, it's a meal. If you had maybe 1 or 2, it's a side, and you can pretty much, you know, toss whatever you want in as well. And same with the quinoa salad. They're so versatile. You start with your base, you start with your quinoa and your protein, and toss in whatever veggies you like.
For people at home who want to get slim and silky smooth like me, by eating properly, what's the best way to learn to work with you?
Well, check me out on my website, shannonkadlovski.com. Get in touch with me there. And again, on my website, lots of recipes, other resources. My blog is there, so check it out.
And darn it, eat more quinoa. We'll be right back with more. Sorry, choking on quinoa. Don't go anywhere. It was good. Really good.